Welcome to all. In this video, we will see concept of gene and gene architecture. Genes, the hereditary materials, together constitute the blueprint of an organism. The term gene was coined by the scientist Johansson in 1909. He used it to describe a heritable factor that is responsible for the transmission and expression of an individual biological character. Then, in 1911, the scientist T.H. Morgan find that genes were located on chromosomes and were physically linked together. In 1944, Avery et al. Proved that DNA was the genetic material. So now we will see what is a gene. A simple picture, the gene is referred as a length of DNA in the chromosome which encoded the information for a protein. At any given locus, the DNA which is transcribed can be termed as transcription unit. In prokaryotes, a transcription unit may consist of several genes that altogether called operon. Whereas in the case of eukaryotes, transcription units are almost always equivalent to a single gene with rare exception. In short, a gene or cistron is the segment of DNA involved in the production of a polypeptide chain. Gene structure. Gene includes regions preceding and following the coding region. The coding region refers the region that undergoes both transcription and translation and produce amino acids or proteins, as well as intervening sequences not subject to translation. So the region which are not subject to translation are known as introns. These introns present in between the coding sequence called exons. Okay. So in general, the gene consisting of a regulatory elements present on both ends of coding region, and within the coding region two segments are there, one is introns and another one is exons. A gene carries biological information in a form that must be precisely copies and transmitted from each cell to cell in all its progeny. Each complementary strand contains a nucleotide sequence in a DNA double helix, so they also carry some kind of genetic information. Gene architecture in eukaryotic systems. In diploids, the gene exists in two forms in two sets of chromosomes and each one is called alleles. Okay. In eukaryote system, the genes are composed of two major parts named introns and exons, as we discussed in the previous slide. The exons code for amino acids and intron portions are not translated into proteins. During transcription, entire gene is translated into primary RNA with intron and exon sequences. Here we can see the rough structure of eukaryotic gene. So in the 5' end we can see some regions. After that, transcription start codon, that is ATG, is present. Then we can see group of blue color boxes for exons. In between the exons, some intron regions are present. At the end of last exon, we can see the stop signal TAA followed by polyadenylation also present. So the intron exon presence may leads to specific property called alternative splicing. So within the nucleus, the primary RNA is processed into and the introns are spliced out and the exons are fused together before move to cytoplasm. In certain cases, single gene produce different proteins by altering the order of exons during the primary RNA processing, and it is called alternative splicing. This leads to different kinds of protein production. For example, in the following, the gene carrying 3 exons A, B and C and 2 introns are present. During primary RNA processing, in one kind of process, the exons A, B, C combine together form the protein 1. Whereas in the other process, only exon A and B fuse together and C is excluded. This leads to production of protein variant 2. In such a way, from single gene, 2 or 3 proteins can be produced by alternative splicing mechanism. Now we will see another elements of gene called promoter, transcription start site and stop signals. The 5' end of every gene is carrying a sequence of DNA. To initiate transcription is called promoter region. In general, the transcription start site carry the sequence, namely ATG, will be present at the end or near the end of the promoter sequences. Similarly, stop sequence TAA and the poly A tail sequence present at the end of the gene. So here start signal, here stop signal, and poly A tail will be present. The regulatory signals cis and trans units may present near and far away from the gene sequences respectively. If the cis or trans element is a repressor, it blocks the promoter binding with polymerase. So less polymerase binding leads to minimum transcription or less transcription or totally no transcription. If the regulatory signal is an activator, it enhances the polymerase binding to the promoter region. So it ends up with increased transcription and increased RNA production to several fold high. So here we can see the eukaryotic gene in the 5' end. Near the gene we can see the regulatory sequences which are cis elements, then promoter is present, then our gene with start signal, exons and introns are present, stop signal, poly A signals are present, and far away we have some regulatory trans elements are present. So now we briefly look about prokaryotic gene architecture. The gene sequence divide of intron in most cases of prokaryotes. In prokaryotes, a set of genes regulated by a control sequence called operon. The sequence is called regulatory sequences. If the regulatory sequences is nearby gene, then it is called cis regulatory region. If the regulatory sequence far away from the regulatory region gene, it is called trans regulatory region. So here this model prokaryotic gene architecture is depicted. The cis regulatory elements present nearby the gene. This is the gene, and we can see single coding sequence, and promoter and operon regulatory concept are present just upstream of the start codon ATG, and stop signal TAA will be present, and some distance far away after long base pair distances we can see trans regulatory regions. Thank you.